Sivaya Nama Tiruchitrambalam. Welcome back to our discussion on the 9th Thirumurai, 6th Thirupathigam and the 5th verse. The verse goes this way, Tiruchitrambalam. thilaga nudhal umai nangaikum Thiruvavaduthurai nambikkum kulaga adiyavarkennaiyaal கொடுத்தாண்டு கொண்ட குணக்கடல் அலதொன்றறிகின்றிலேமெனும் அணியும் வண்ணீரஞ்செழுத்தலால் வலதொன்றிலளிதற்கென் செய்கேன் வாயலந்தன் சாந்தயர் வேந்தனே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Today's verse actually tells us how one of the aspirants who's going to embrace this Saivism has to behave. This particular verse comes in as a piece of advice, but it is not a direct advice, but it talks about as if a girl who has fallen in love with Lord Shiva, whatever she is doing. But what is the inner meaning is the crux of this particular verse is what should we be following. The first thing we have to do is, it is very easy for us to get submissive to Lord Shiva, to surrender ourselves to Lord Shiva. But what is difficult is to surrender ourselves to his aspirants. Imagine we do have certain devotees who are 100% devoted to Lord Shiva. Are we able to devote ourselves to them? Which is a very, I would say it's a $1 million question. The reason is, it is so difficult for us to submit ourselves to a devotee because we always happen to think that he is equal to me or he is the same as me. Why should I submit myself to this person? Blah, 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 whatever it is. So, end of the day, it's so difficult for us to submit ourselves to another human being because of our ego. But if we are able to do that, that is the first quality of becoming a Saivite. The second one is, what we have to do is the next one. We need to always have the holy ashes in our forehead, which is another symbolized representation of Saivism. And the third one is, we should always be uttering the 5-letter syllable, the mantra, which is Namasivaya or Sivaya Nama, according to what was given to us. Why are these so important? Imagine when we are working in a particular profession, there is a uniform to say that we belong to that particular community. For example, a police or a lawyer or a medical doctor or whoever it is. There is a particular dress code. What is the reason for the dress code is to say that they belong to a particular community, and there is a particular ethics standard they have to follow. Similar to this, the 5-letter syllable as well as the holy ashes in our forehead is also a uniform for us, and uniform for us to say that we belong to the concept of Saivism, and these are the particular ethics that we ought to follow. That is the reason the symbols are very, very important for a Saivite. Now, this particular verse comes in, as we already saw, comes in as a mum's mumbling to Lord Shiva about her daughter's situation. The daughter is already fallen in love. So the mum comes in and says, you know what, my daughter has already devoted herself to your devotees. She's always wearing the holy ashes and she's always uttering the 5-letter syllable, and she's not ready to get away from this path. Can you please do something about this? So this particular verse comes in as a beautiful advice for us to say what we should be doing as well. Lovely verse. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. Until then, Sivaya Nama Tiruchitrambalam.